everyone, brand new edition of Kick-On's, the perfect way to end any sort of a footy game with the Port Adelaide great and the Adelaide good. Kane Corns, Josh Jenkins, ready for a big show, Kane?
Richo, can't wait. Got far too ahead of myself last week. Pumped myself up, patted myself on the back, likened my performance to Nasai Wanganeen-Miller. Complete disaster. So I just need to pull my head in, put my head down, work hard, watch the games and get some respect back.
Hard-working tagger. That's what we want from you. Hello, JJ.
You know what I say about that? Welcome to the punt.
The highs are... Hey, you've had some big moments, though, so we've got to celebrate on that. And also we need to celebrate our little weekend multi that we did together. Join us on Kick-Ons. That's how you do it. We love it on the feed. Disappointing only 51 of you came along for the journey.
That's their problem. Noah Anderson did the job quite easily. I think he had 38. McCluggage, not a worry in the world.
Yeah.
And
Chad.
Yes, the Chad.
The Chad Warner. The number one Chad going around in footy. And I love the new markets. I love... Because sometimes 20-plus possessions is a little skinny. 25, you don't think, but get a little 22 or 23, I love it.
You know what I love even more? Richo's Roughies. It is the up-and-coming profile on Sportsbet Feed. And you've gone again.
Look at it.
Stop it. I didn't even notice this. Thank you, 326 of you.
320. You're going to send us broke if you keep that up.
Oh, no, I've got to just pump the brakes a little bit there. Well done to those that did follow along there. Hey, over and under, the segment that has taken the world by storm, and I've got to give him his flowers here, Kano.
Yeah.
JJ just got one back on you there.
Got one back. He was certain on Max Gawn. He was absolutely certain. He said it was the better round. I think he had 16 at half time.
Yep.
And then he went missing for a while.
Got
it was
lucky,
a bit hairy.
Got lucky because you get the line at the time. We make our decisions at the time. Yep. 19.5 was the line. All day, every day he goes over.
Yeah.
The line moved. So the time the game started, he was 21.5. Guess what he had? 21.
Oh.
So if we had had to take in the line at the time of the game, Kane would have got it right and I would have got it wrong. But we don't. I got it right. He's wrong. Move along.
Hey, both of you going beautifully. You can follow all of our stuff on the feed and check it out on Kick-Ons, and all of our multis will be there, and also the Footy Trip, which you've lost, but over there you have been absolutely magnificent.
Oh, 5 in a week. 5 in a row.
5 in a row. That's
what happened.
John Newcomb,
you was him on notice.
Don't crucify the young man.
It was a mistake for me because he just wasn't in great form. 23 was a low number. He was looking good, but drifted out in the last quarter.
Big news, Simon Goodwin being sacked by the Melbourne Football Club. That was the big news, and now Melbourne hosts the Western Bulldogs, which is interesting.
I think teams are less than 50% win rate. We talk about the new coach sugar hit. The winning record's actually not as good as we think it is.
Well, hang on, to be fair, it's 41% in the AFL era from teams, and keep in mind, that's with teams that have been stinky. So it's actually pretty good.
But it's not like I'm jumping out of the ground all of a sudden to back the D's.
This is his record.
Great career as Melbourne coach, but I don't think there's any question he needed to go.
Oh, this is the right call. So he'll be celebrated like he has been, only their 4th premiership coach, so well done to him. But the last 4 years have been a mess. On and off the field, there's been far too many. Here's the moment, which everyone will remember. It was a unique premiership to win. It was just as special. I don't think you take anything away from it just because it was in a hub. It was in Perth. They were awesome on this day. And we all picture Melbourne at their best, storming out the front of the stoppage with Oliver and Petrarca and Jackson at the time and Gawn.
Impossible to score again.
But since then, it's been the same issues that have affected their game plan, and he's been unable to solve that. So you give them some time, you adjust the personnel, but in the end, you can't move the footy and you can't score. And then they lost their biggest weapon, which was their power from stopping.
And it's always a combination. But I'll ask both of you guys. What do you reckon hurt him more? The off-field stuff, which they told us was one thing but was the other, or the on-field stuff, which just got stuck in 5-6 years ago?
It's got to be a combination of both, isn't it?
I think mainly the on-field stuff. And they said that they reviewed their game style and it was too hard of a way to play. They did that halfway through last year. He started to second-guess himself on his footy philosophies. Once you start doing that, you're gone. Reportedly had still the support of the players, and the players were shocked, which just beggars belief. I mean, if anyone was shocked at that decision, you're not watching footy. So it was the least surprising move of the year. I mean, it's shocking when you hear a coach has been sacked, but when you look at it, you go, well, this was the only decision that they had to make, and now they've got to get it right, and they've got to get their list decisions right as well, because there's some big calls that they've got to make at the end of the year.
So the Bulldogs win, $1.26 is their head-to-head. But can I propose to you that actually the line might be a good bet? Because there will be a sugar hit. 6 of the last 10 teams that have sacked their coach have won the next week. Now, they're up against the Western Bulldogs, so it's hard to match up against
minus 24.5.
Minus 24.5 for mine is a good bet.
You want to be on the Ds?
I'm on the Ds.
Yeah,
I think
like
that they can get within 4 goals.
Well, the MCG factor is what interests me here. They play Marvel so well. They love the roof. They haven't played at the MCG for a long, long time, and I don't think they play that well at the MCG.
I agree.
Which is an issue
This is
for them.
Bulldogs you're talking about.
That backs up your point. Yeah, this is the Bulldogs.
I think I absolutely respect that, and you can't deny those stats on what they've done and haven't done at the MCG. I just think at this time of the year we're seeing it so often. If you're the team that's got so much to play for versus these teams that have got next to nothing to play for, stomp on them in the first 5 to 10 minutes and remind them you've got nothing to play for, we are gunning for a final spot, and then you get the separation. I think the record against the top 9 versus the bottom 9 is staggering. Staggering since early part of the year. So I'd expect the Dogs just to have too much to play for.
Just think of that line, might be interesting. The players will get a real whack across the chops. We'll get back to that in a moment. Hey, coaches we placed under the pump at the start of the year. Who is under pressure? And this is the list that we put forward. Now, Luke Beveridge has got a contract, so he gets a tick.
Is that the only reason he gets a tick?
Is this your
That's
homework?
why he gets a tick.
This?
Matthew Nicks is on top of the ladder. He gets a tick. Simon Goodwin's gone, and there's question marks on the others.
So Longmuir's in the 8. Beveridge is out of the 8. He gets a question mark, and Bevo gets a tick. I know he got a contract, but should he have got one? Is the question.
I'm with Kane on this. I mean, if Luke Beveridge gets a tick, Justin Longmuir has to get a tick. It's not about that.
Are these your ticks?
Justin Longmuir can't get a contract. He's on a week-to-week or a month-to-month contract. He is the coach until he isn't.
Who did the ticks and crosses? I want the heads to roll.
Yeah.
Note to
Is
self,
this you? You're the host.
Don't do ticks and crosses. Okay, you know what? I'm uncomfortable. I'm moving on. Jeremy Cameron, because I've already collected, because I followed your lead.
Oh, thank you.
And Jezza has saluted an early payout to win the Coleman.
And we got on early, so we got on he had a slow start to the season. Dangerfield was in the way, and he was playing in the wing, he was playing centre bounce, so I said, this is the time to strike. So we got $12 for him.
Like, yeah, you said we, but it was really I.
Well, it was me, it was I. The thing now is we can bet without Jeremy. So we've already paid the cash and got the cash on Cameron. We can reinvest. I just don't know where to go.
Gee, I like the thrill seeker there.
Thank you. Well said.
A soft draw on the way home. West Coast this week, provided he's on the plane. So watch the selected teams and the laid outs.
What about
with Adelaide?
Georgiades?
No. Not
He's got 51 snags.
I know he does. Amazing season, but they are so reliant on him.
Mate, I'm with the thrill seeker.
What about the thrill seeker with their run home?
$7.
Exactly
There was
right.
a name there that hasn't been mentioned.
The astronaut.
The astronaut has had a big season.
Stay away from the astronaut. He'll let
your
you
brakes
down.
on the astronaut.
He will let you down when you need him most.
Pump the brakes on the astronaut for the moment. We might get to him in a moment. Jeremy Cameron, so he's 25 goals away from kicking 100. And the punters are saying they are rallying around the sports bet market to say, what is it, $2.50 to get the 100?
Yeah, well, I've been pushing it back against it in terms of, it's not likely to happen, but he played a very average game last week, respectfully. Kicked 6 goals. He barely touched the footy. The Cats,
8 possessions.
The Cats, two handballs from players who had taken a mark and should have had a shot themselves. So if that's going to keep on going, his talent is going to allow him to kick 3 or 4 anyway. So maybe this is on.
8, 9 and 10 this week. There you go. It's just not much value when you're looking at that. I know.
Well, who's going to play? He's going to get Laverde.
Yeah, it's the Bombers. I like those around him as well this week. The Shannon Neal types that could have a big afternoon as well with the focus going to Jeremy.
Jack Martin, who's going beautifully as well. My boy, I like that. I mean, how big could this margin be on Friday night? Geelong versus Essendon?
Frightening.
I've got a different type of ladder for us. I like Jezza 7+ into 70+, 8+ for Jezza into 80+. So I think the more he kicks, the more they'll win by. And you might even be able to just have a shekel. I'll chuck it on the feed. Jezza 10+. Geelong 100+. It'll be a big price. Look out for it.
I feel sorry for Brad Scott.
Bad luck.
Like, and I'm sure Chris.
Bad luck.
I'm sure Chris feels sorry for Brad. He would have to. He doesn't want to beat up.
What do you reckon
on his
he's going
brother.
to tell the boys? Just
Yeah, well, he doesn't
20?
want to. He doesn't want to beat up on his brother. I wouldn't want to beat up on mine again.
Garbage.
Again.
Again. The Chadwick will hear that.
Yeah, they'll
He'll
get
come and
that.
squash you like a little grape. He'll get you in a headlock.
450, there you go. So I'm going to put Geelong 100 plus into Jezza to kick 10 plus on the feed and get it all aboard.
Okay, hey, let's skip forward. Brisbane, Sydney. Now, this is an interesting game up at the Gabba, Saturday at 4:15 p.m. Sydney could be the annoying team
They're the
leading into the
ones.
final.
Banana peel.
They are the annoying.
They're a little
team.
annoying
You
ones.
don't want to get them. So Geelong get them next
Yeah.
week. So the teams that have them, and no Lockie Neal, no Leicester for the Lions. There's a couple of big outs, and their injury list is actually quite large now. So their depth is going to be tested. A lot to play for the Lions. What a win it was, but their form has been up and down a little bit. So that's a tricky
Yeah,
one.
the line is a
I like
very
Sydney
good
at
bet
the
for
line.
Sydney there. Almost 5-goal head start. There is some rain around up in that part of the world as well.
Surprise, surprise.
So, yeah, I think that's a good price for Sydney. But again, I'm just going to keep coming back to the teams that have to win versus the teams that don't necessarily have anything to play for. That's a big gap. And now, with Lockie Neal's injury, which will hurt them,
Yeah.
I don't think it'll hurt them as much as people think. As soon as you see Lockie Neal out, you're like, oh my God, two-time Brownlow medalist. But they are so deep and they're so well-rounded. And these two guys, I think they at times suffer. Now, this is the best kick I've seen this year. But these
Brilliant.
two guys suffer because they don't get the opportunities around the ball. Now, I think certainly at centre bounce, I reckon Rayner will get some of those opportunities at centre bounce. And then in general play, Bailey can play up the ground more and get more involved. These two were dominant in the second half in this game.
And the Ashcroft boys as well, who I thought were very, very good in this game. They'll get some more opportunities. So Will's been playing a little bit half forward. He gets squeezed out of the midfield. There he is there. Not now. With Lockie out, he's the perfect replacement. So I'd be looking at his numbers this week as well for Will could have a big afternoon.
And Jasper Fletcher. Can I throw
He's
him in the
done.
mix?
Yeah, he's
Gun.
gun.
He
Absolute
might be able
gun.
to move into the midfield.
He
a
did
little more.
some very good work on Nick Dacos in the last quarter.
Yeah.
I was at that game on Saturday night. He did some very good, disciplined, diligent, team first. He'll be a captain of the Lions one day.
Who's on notice?
Well, I'm looking at the Giants senior players that have dropped off. I know Hogan is sore.
Yep.
I'm looking at Cornelio, but the one I'm really looking at is Whitfield. Whitfield needs a big
really?
game. I can't remember the last time he played a really damaging, hard game of footy.
Getting a lot of the footy though.
Gets a lot of the footy, but a lot of that is from kickouts.
Yep.
When's the last time you've seen him slice and dice? So the Giants were so poor. I was really disappointed with them last Thursday night. Clearly, I was disappointed in Lockie. There's his numbers. Looks fine if you're just looking at it on paper. But if you're watching the games, he's not the damaging player, the All-Australian that he needs to be. And the Giants are, they've got North, so no worries this week. But, they took a hit last week, a big, big hit in their premiership credentials.
And you put Jai Newcomb on notice last week, and then during the commentary, you just kept referencing it's time for Jai Newcomb to step up.
I did, Richo, because he was good early.
He was.
And then in the last quarter went missing. It didn't touch the footy in the first half of the last quarter, unfortunately. And they need to get him going.
They're good. They're good prices for Whitfield against the team. It's the weather will be all good in Canberra. Against a team who don't put a lot
Won't be warm.
It won't be warm, but it'll be dry. Against a team who don't put much time into the opposition in terms of their halfbacks and those guys who can use the footy. 30 plus all the way up, I reckon, to 33, 34.
Let's get the shot clock up and running. So we put 30 seconds on the clock for each of these topics. Who's the best fit as Melbourne's next coach?
Left field for me, his name's Danny Daly. He's been Chris Fagan's right-hand man. He's their footy manager there. He's been a great tactician. He's helped build the Brisbane list. And he's been a great mentor for Chris Fagan. It's a unique path through. I like his man management skills and his ability to build a culture.
That would take courage.
Danny Daly for me.
It'd take courage to
I
do that.
don't mind. It won't happen. I don't mind Ken Hinkley from a game style perspective to bring some. Ken Hinkley's always been able to get teams to score and move the ball and look good offensively. That is something Melbourne have been starved of.
Siren's gone. Okay, give us your pitch for the astronaut.
Well, he's
Come
top
on,
10. This guy can't speak, so I get the whole 30. He's top 10 AFL for the numbers that matter. Goals, for one. Pretty important to kick goals. He's top 10 AFL for contested marks. Pretty important as a big key forward to take big contested marks. I never took any. And very, very important to take marks inside 50, which is where it matters. He's top 10 in that stat
What
as
about
well.
his first 10 weeks?
Well, Brodie Grundy's in the exact same boat. He didn't touch the ball in the first 10 weeks. He was very close to being dropped out of that Sydney team. No one's worrying about his first 10 weeks.
Time's up.
Somehow,
Can
I'm
Dan
not sure he's gonna
Curtin
make
be
it.
a wild card in the Crows midfield?
Well, he already is, Richo.
Yeah.
Last quarter on
He's a
Friday night, who's in the starting midfield group? Dan Curtin. So there's now the belief in there. So eventually he's just going to be a pure midfielder with the size of Bontempelli, and they're already starting to use him there. So their midfield's flying. I like it. What a player he's going to be. Great draft pick.
He's ready to go now. I would. So he's probably 80-20.
Wing.
Wing mid. I'd swap it. I reckon he's ready to rock and roll. You cannot tackle him. When he tackles you, you stay tackled because of his size. And as I said, when he gets tackled, he's big enough and strong enough. He always is able to release the ball, and the aerial dominance is massive.
One player to lead you into the finals, Dawson or Anderson?
Good question. I'm going to pick Jordan Dawson first. Beautiful. He's better overhead. I think his game is probably more well-rounded, can go forward, but hard to argue with Noah Anderson. Anderson's more prolific. I think Dawson's more impactful.
I'll happily take Noah Anderson. I think he's still, not with us three, because, we watch the games and we do the work, still goes under the radar. And the traders upstairs, he is a very real chance of winning this Brownlow medal.
No doubt.
Wow, that's a huge call. He's a super player, and I've just noticed Kane's starting to like the Crows too, all of a sudden. I don't know what this question's on.
All year.
Carn Richo.
Oh, fair income.
What's happened?
Carn Richo.
What's happened?
Mate, so Logies at the weekend, our man was there. No idea why he was there.
Oh, yep.
You don't even know this lady.
It's not about you, Richo.
My Gold Logie winning Good Friday Appeal co-host. I remember you telling me about that and you saying, we've actually never met. I don't know how this is going to go. Now all of a sudden, it's basically a co-Logie.
I'm not saying I got her over the line, but I think I dragged the Kick-Ons family to vote for Lynn.
Well done, Irene.
We've won a Logie Kick-Ons. Quick break. Over and under, everyone's talking about around the footy industry. It's been copied a lot by others, but this is the original. I'm going to give you players' names, possessions, over and under. Kane, I'm leading you away here with Zach Merritt, and you are going toe-to-toe here. In fact, you're joining together on this one.
We are on this one. Just the O'Sheen Mullen factor, I think. He did a good job on Zach Butters last week. He'll probably go there again.
And it's a big number, 26.
Yeah.
Particularly, it's not an enormous number for him, but when you know the attention is coming, like if Mullen didn't tag him, I'd be absolutely floored, so you got to take him on.
Okay, what about Nasiah the Messiah? It is a huge number.
Huge.
The biggest number of the year.
Huge.
Wow.
It's the biggest number we've done this year.
It is. So you've taken probably the smart mathematical approach and gone under.
Yes, I have.
He's cleared this number 4 of his past 5, and a couple have been significantly over. Richmond don't really run with opposition mids. Uze wants to teach his players how to play the game. I just have to go the over.
34.
I know it's hard to do. I just have to take it.
So Dane Zorko is the number. You've gone over here. You think you can get 25
I think he can, because he probably takes 8 or 9 kickouts. That's where I factored that in. And then dunk time, it's 25 disposals. It's the Zork.
Yes.
Surely.
Sydney like to put some time in.
Not into him.
Braden Campbell will go to him. Jordan will go to McCluggage. And Campbell will spend time on Zorko. So I'm more than happy to take him on. More than happy.
What about the best player in the league, the dual Brownlow medalist in Patrick
We've already
Cripps?
done this. Oh, Patrick Cripps.
It's not 3 years ago.
Yeah,
it's not 2021.
Sorry, he won the Brownlow last year. Fancy
It's
pants.
2025
7,000 votes. I'm happy to take him on. Anytime he's at that number, I'm happy to go against
He had that at half time
I
last
don't
week.
know. Yeah, Marvel Stadium's a different animal for him. I don't know if he'll be able to keep up with those.
No, I
same
disagree.
sports.
I'm going to go over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So there's some support. What about John Noble, who's been one of the revelations this year?
Johnny Noble, I think will go under.
Yeah.
Take
For
him
John.
on.
Yeah, I'm going to go under for John.
That is a big number for Noble,
for
isn't it?
Johnny, 27. Like, come on, that would be under his average this year. So
The king of the 1-2ers, Johnny Noble.
Yeah.
He loves, particularly from kick in, he loves the 1-2s. He's so aggressive. When he kicks a short ball, no one takes off to get it back harder than he and probably Bailey Dale. So because of that in mind, 1-2-3s. I don't think they'll go near him. I'm happy to. It's a big number for him, but I'm happy to go over.
A little bit of chippage at the back.
bit of chippage at the back, but 27's a big number.
You know what
isn't
I
it?
call
It's a
it?
lot of chippage.
Johnny Noble.
PP, pointless possessions.
That's fine, but hey, they all count.
They're not pointless for us.
Correct. What about Tom Green? Bit different. He gets it in and under.
due.
Come on, Turbo.
He is due.
Oh, okay.
This is the one I'm most confident in.
Okay.
Come on, Turbo.
It goes over that. He's so due. He was poor last week. I think they'll be a bit angry, the Giants, after that disgrace that they showed on Thursday night. He's the leader of the midfield. He averages 30 nearly. He's going to get 30 this week.
He's stitched you up before, haven't you? You've got a little...
I'm angry at him. I'm angry at the Giants. Yeah.
Newcomb, Green, in strife, your men. I'm also very keen on the over here. Again, I love the opportunities when you just know there's not going to be attention go his way. I actually thought Sanders and Garcia spent some time on Green last week, just didn't make it easy for him. This week, they're not going to do that. North just play the game how they want to play the game, which is great for Turbo Tommy.
Now, these will be on our feed, and check them out. So we put them all in a multi. You know what? I would suggest at that price you can do them both. Just to support your favourite. Is it JJ or is it Kano? JJ, you're on the value this week at Blazy 37.
And if I was to rank them, I reckon Tom Green is my favourite, followed by Zach Merritt.
Yep,
Really?
and we
Okay.
both agree on those two. The rest, there's a bit of disagreement. So this is make or break.
This is
Make or break.
This is now you're going to lead at the moment.
We'll have a new leader next
He
week.
could be flexing. He could
be.
storm
He could be
over the
two
top.
ahead. He could be 2 ahead next
That
week.
could be unbelievable. A quick
Disaster.
break. You're watching Kick-Ons. The papers have landed, JJ.
Adelaide versus West Coast, hopefully dry conditions. We'll be saying they won by how many? I reckon this will be triple figures and well into the triple figures.
Surely they rest a few in that game.
No,
Surely
get over
they
there and
rest
beat the
a few.
absolute daylights
This is
out of them.
a ridicule round. There's no good games.
Simple as that.
No good games. Disgraceful. The AFL's got a major issue on their hands.
Mr. Positive, no good games.
Did we see a home and away audition on Sunday night? Now, look at
this.
Look at the way that he strutted up. I mean, we don't even need to show the vision. Just the still says it all with the
Thank you.
awkwardness. But what it also said is there was squeals from the home and away table when you walked out.
That's it.
Squeals from the young
That's it.
ladies who went, we want him on our show.
We want him.
In terms of
Can they afford him? I don't know, but they want him.
in terms of the top 5 things and places you've done in terms of being uncomfortable, where does that
Oh,
rank?
that was up there. Yeah.
You nailed it. Home and away, look out. Hey, footy trip time for
Boxing
me.
ring was probably 1. That was 2.
You were magnificent for 5
Thanks,
weeks,
Richo.
but you've handed it over
Yes.
to me.
It's in good hands.
No, I feel positive about this.
Oh, fair income.
No, the Blue
no.
Baggers, shush.
And
The Blue Baggers were okay against Freo.
sell it to us.
And the Blue Baggers at $1.90 at the line against the Suns at Marvel, 28.5. A lot of players playing for their future. They can get that line.
Was that with your head or your heart?
That's with both.
Look,
The heart's massive.
we'll back you until we don't.
Thank you. I don't sense there's a lot of support there. What about the weekend multi? All this will be on the feed, of course. Let's cobble together a little multi here, team.
I'm really keen on Toby Green. Back in, he owes his team. He'll go big. Jesse Hogan, incredibly unlikely to play. So Green, 3+ snag.
Big Shannon Neal for 3
Gotcha.
or more. He might go 5 or 6, I reckon, so I like that.
And Melbourne at the line, plus 24.5. The bounce back factor. Once again, I've got no support from over here. Check out all the new markets and check out Kick-Ons on the feed as well. And we'll put that little multi together.
Richo, I tell you what, best of the weekend, a little unorthodox. Christian Petrarca, now there might be a bounce back and he might say, you know, I want to go and play midfield. But last week, didn't get any CBAs. It was given to Caleb Windsor, the young gun. 18+, maybe even ladder him up to 19, 20, 21.
New coach, though. Does Troy Chaplin want Petrarca back in or does he want Windsor? That's
Leave
the
him
question.
forward.
Richo?
Leave him forward.
The bounce back factor. You watch the Ds. They'll be ready to go. Hope you enjoyed Kick-On. See you next week. Bye.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.